Hey fellow Terrarians, Ankh Shield. So when it comes to efficiently farming this item, I see both beginners and veterans struggle just the same. Okay, so and I decided to make this guide in hopes that it will be useful to pretty much all of you guys, because I believe that I've got one of the most efficient ways to farm it. Okay, so 4 out of the bunch of the components that comprise this item can be found in pre-hard mode, and I suggest strongly you do it. So cobalt shield can be found in the dungeon in one of those golden locked chests. Okay, so but before you leave the dungeon, make sure to get the second item, which is Nazar, which drops from the skulls, from the cursed skulls. Okay, so it also drops in hard mode, but in hard mode it will then take you a lot longer to get it. Now, those skulls have better chance appearing in areas with brick walls, right? But you know what? It's not always the best way to look for them, because usually in those areas you're also going to be swarmed by other enemies. So instead, I highly recommend, oh, by the way, it just dropped on the right side. But basically what I recommend is going to the corners of the dungeon, finding a big room, maybe get rid of the spike trap so it's comfortable, convenient to stand there, and place some banners, and you can pretty much AFK farm like this, right? So as you can see, only two types of mobs spawning near me, and that's the casters, dark casters, and skulls. And as you can see, it's coming up. Like, those monsters are easy to farm and can be done AFK. So for that, I highly recommend using summoning weapons, because this way you can just leave your summons and you can do whatever you want. You can come back a few minutes later and you will have your Nazar lying around. Maybe a few of them, and also you'll get, probably most likely, you'll also get the tally counter, which is needed for your cell phone. Okay, so now in this regard, you find that B armor set is very, very helpful, because it adds two minions, 2 summons to your side. So and this is very good, obviously, right? So having 3 pets, 3 summons to do your AFK farming for you, it's very, very good for many pre-hard mode activities, right? So I suggest getting this armor. Okay, so once you're done with Nazar, you got your shield. Now we're looking for Bezoar. Okay, Bezoar, and there are 2 ways to obtain it. So it can easily be obtained in hard mode, by the way, because it drops from a toxic sludge that spawns underground. However, it's just as easy to get from a pre-hard mode from hornets, right? So hornets that spawn in the underground jungle. So as you can see here, I'm actually inside my own base, and it's all walled with artificial walls, right? So there is only one small area on the right you can see where there are no walls, and this is where all the mobs are spawning. And the mobs that are spawning there would be the trappers, man-eaters, basically, slime, and hornets, right? So beside Bezoar, you're gonna be getting other items such as vine. You're gonna get cobalt armor, and you're gonna also get stingers, obviously. So this is very efficient. You don't need to actually travel to the dangerous underground jungle. I suggest not doing that, because farming, let's say if you're in hard mode, pre-hard mode, master mode, and hardcore, and you're doing that, it's gonna be a lot more painful, right? So this way you can actually, again, you can set it up almost AFK with your minions doing all the beating. You can actually use sentries, and sentries work very well in this respect. So I like ballistas, but pretty much any other sentry would work. And so your minions would do the job if you're not using sentries. So I mean, it's all good, and it's only going to take you a few minutes to get your Bezoar. And in this, we've been doing it for what, a minute now, a minute and a half. So I'm expecting to see a lot of them. Well, there you go. There's a Bezoar, and I was starting to get impatient, actually, because by now you would have 1 or 2. And look at this, there are 3 there lying down on the ground. Okay, so that's That's it, right? So you can see how easy it is to obtain Bezoar, and I already got one, probably dropped right on top of me. So four Bezoars in just a few minutes. I mean, you'll get one probably within 5 minutes if you've done correctly, right? So you're gonna have to use the weather candle, obviously, battle potion. And by the way, during all your farming, I suggest doing that: weather candle, battle potion, place a gnome statue for extra luck, place a torch, corresponding torch for extra luck, and battle potion is very good. Luck potion is also helpful. So we got 3 out of 4 items, and the 4th one is very easy to obtain. You can just dig underground if you want, but you can also just use the bucket of lava, bottomless lava bucket, which is obtainable through fishing, and you can get your 20 obsidian in no time. You can either mine it, or if your pickaxe is not strong enough, you don't have a good one yet, so you can always use dynamite to explode obsidian and collect it. Okay, so now we've got all 4 items. Actually, let's craft the obsidian shield, because it's gonna take less space in our inventory. It's a good idea to do that pre-hard mode. Okay, so now we are moving towards we're about to enter hard mode. Okay, so we need to kill wall of flesh real quick, and we'll begin the second part of this process. Okay, so here's the thing again, guys. When you farm for like your Ankh charm and Ankh shield, right? So think about it. It has to be efficient. So I mean, obviously you could target one item at a time, but in this guide I will offer you a better path, right? So we're gonna target 2 or more items at a time. Okay, so this way you can actually within minutes obtain your full obsidian Ankh charm in about, you know, maybe 20-30 minutes. I bet so. So let's see. Once we killed the wall of flesh, and here this is not a very lucky layout, but you know, any surface hollow biome would be okay. In this case, unfortunately, it's surrounded by corruption and also snow biome, and both are not ideal for this. So both Megaphone and Fast Cloak that we're looking. By the way, on the right side, it already dropped. The Megaphone is already there on line by the unicorns. Okay, so that's fine. But I mean, let's see if we get another one. But look here. So basically, we're looking at pixies. Pixies here is our #1 target because they drop both of these items. So we want to do again maximize the chances of them spawning. But even though in this particular case we have again cross of 3 biomes of snow, corruption and hollow, we still have plenty of pixies spawning, so it shouldn't be bigger problem, even though obviously the chances of getting our items are smaller. Anyhow, let's see how soon it's gonna. Oh, look at this. So Fast Clock just dropped, so we have both Fast Clock and Megaphone lying on the ground now, so this is good enough for us. We're not gonna waste too much time. I was hoping to see another Megaphone, but it's okay. So we just pick up what we're missing. Okay, so let's get that Megaphone. 1, 2, 3, 4. Boom, got it. Alright guys, so we got the Megaphone and Fast Cloak again. So those drop from pixies. Okay guys, Corrupted Desert. And look at this. Right away we get the Blindfold. Okay, so that's awesome. But we're also looking for vitamins, right? So 2 items drop here. So pretty much you can get both of them either in, I would suggest, Corrupted Desert, because you have two enemies that can drop blindfolds. But also, I mean, you can also do any corruption surface biome, because there you would have at least slime plus corruptor. Corruptor drops vitamins in corrupted worlds, right? So if your world is crimson, please check this link in the description below, and this is a guide to quickly and painlessly safely farm pretty much farm vitamins and blindfold in crimson worlds. Okay, so far we've got blindfold, but we're still looking for the vitamins. Okay, so oh, look at this, vitamins just dropped. Okay, so we have both now. Okay, so that's fine. I mean, at this point we're done. So we've got our blindfold, we've got our vitamins, and we're pretty much done here. So guys, I mean, as you can see, it's very easy if you target 2 items at a time. So next 2 items are going to be armor polish and trifold map. They drop from armored skeletons and giant bats respectively. Both of these enemies are spawning in the caverns, so it's easy to set up a farm and just almost again AFK kind of wait, using your minions to do all the damage. You can set up lava, you can do lots of things here. Look, trifold map, we got this 2 in a row, and we got also the armor polish. It pretty much gets rained upon by these items. Okay, so that's good. It was very easy and should be so. I mean, this is not a difficult item to obtain, or a couple of items to obtain. So now, before we farm the last remaining item, I want to do some crafting. Yeah, I combine couples of this. We need to get the counter course mantra. We need to get the plan. The plan we get by combining fast cloak and trifold map, and done. Okay, so the next one is armor bracing, and that is, yes, vitamins and polished armor together give us the armor bracing. Okay, so now we just need 1 remaining item before we can finally get our Ankh Shield. Okay, so the last item is obtained by killing werewolves. You see, we just got it, and this can only happen during full moons, so yeah, you might have to wait till a full moon, but it's easy nowadays because you can use the sundial and combine with the bed, and you can fast forward time. And during full moons, usually if you have your battle potion, you have your water candle, you can get hundreds of werewolves, right? So that's good. So now we've obtained all items that we need for crafting, guys. So there's nothing else left to do. Just we create this, make the medicated bandage, and now we're ready to craft the Ankh Shield, Ankh Charm, and an Ankh Shield. So it's so easy. And again, I mean, even if you are not fully prepared, I mean, you don't have to be fully geared. The only recommendation that I really would give you at this point is aim to obtain your spider armor as soon as you enter hard mode and get spiders, because you can then AFK pretty much farm all of these items. You don't need super gear, you don't need to be, you know, to have end game setup by any means. In fact, I think I highly recommend getting Ankh Shield immediately. Alright guys, thank you for watching and hope you find it useful.